My plan originally was to share an article called A Lesson on Stewardship, which I had found in my men's devotional Bible, which I've had since like 1993. It was written by Ron Blue, a CPA and a managing partner of Christian Financial Management. When I first read it, when Casey first put out the call for people to speak on stewardship, I thought, this is perfect. It's right here. It's in the Bible. Then I listened to Heather and Johanna and Karen, and then I sat down to prepare my offering, read it again, and much to my chagrin, realized that Ron Blue's focus was more about financial independence and nothing at all about supporting our church and our community, which, of course, this had been the focus of the 3 preceding presentations. This revelation came to me yesterday. Shades, I may be 69, but I still remember high school all-nighters. So, after a nap, with a deep breath, I dove into the notes again, which included several suggested Bible verses relevant to Ron Blue's lesson on stewardship. And of the many, there were 2 verses that really stood out and looked like they applied here. Timothy chapter 6, verses 18 and 19. Command them to do good, to be rich in good deeds, and to be generous and willing to share. In this way, they will lay up treasure for themselves as a firm foundation for the coming age, so that they may take hold of the life that is truly life. And then, look back on my history with this church, people I've known who gave tirelessly and selflessly to keep this community and building alive. And coming to mind were Sam Mosier, who many of you may remember, and of course, my mother-in-law, Lillian Picciano. The 2 of them set an example and created a legacy that falls upon us to continue. And by the way, if any of you don't know, Sam was the guy who got underneath the church and connected the keyboard to the pipes. And my mother-in-law did her level best to keep the church free of spider webs. And then I mentioned, my own history. My wife, Marilyn, grew up in this church. She and I were married here. We were the second wedding after the church had been rebuilt after its fire. Our children were baptized here, and so was I. I'd been born Jewish, well, probably still am, but I came to know, our Lord Jesus. So our Christian roots are here, and I would venture I could say the same for many of you as well. Ron Blue also presented 3 points. The first and most significant, and the only one I'm going to bring up here, is that God owns it all. We, are constant stewards. But we are the lifeblood of this church, and to keep its heart beating, it falls on all of us to keep it nourished. And that's where our stewardship plays a vital role. Like so many before us, we all have our own unique connections here, and we all share a loving desire to keep the church on the hill alive for future generations to enjoy, love, and to grow as God's people. And for that desire to be realized, our church needs our prayers, our love, our time, and last but not least, our money. I'll close with just repeating verse 19 from Timothy 6. In this way, they will lay up treasure for themselves as a firm foundation for the coming age, so that they may take hold of the life that's truly life. Thank you.